Good day, St. Martin. I'm Yesenia Lázaro.
And I'm Austin Lawrence.
And welcome to another edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
We're bringing the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
It's the middle of the week. We're trying to get to the end, but before then, let's check out our top headlines.
On Saturday afternoon, July 5th, police responded to a serious domestic violence incident at a home in Union Farm. Around 2 p.m., officers arrived to find a woman who had been brutally assaulted by her boyfriend. She had sustained head injuries consistent with being struck by a hammer and a bite wound to her finger. The suspect, identified as 41-year-old OT, had fled the scene before police arrived. Officers launched an immediate search, concentrating on areas where the suspect was known to frequent. A short time later, patrol units spotted a vehicle matching the suspect's description near Guana Bay, heading in the direction of Sucker Garden. Police swiftly intercepted the vehicle, confirmed OT's identity, and arrested him without incident. He was taken to the Phillipsburg Police Station for questioning, where he remains in custody as the investigation continues. The victim was treated for her injuries. Police reiterated their commitment to tackling domestic violence and urged the public to report any such incidents without hesitation.
On the night of Saturday, July 5th, police launched an investigation following a violent assault at the Rouge et Noir casino in Phillipsburg. Officers were called to the scene around 10:20 p.m. and discovered a male victim with deep facial lacerations. He was promptly transported to the St. Martin Medical Center for treatment. Initial findings revealed that the victim was attacked by a suspect known to him. The motive behind the assault remains unclear, and detectives are working to piece together the full circumstances of the incident. The suspect's identity is known to the police, and efforts to locate and apprehend him are currently underway. Authorities are appealing to the public for assistance. Anyone who witnessed the assault or has information is urged to contact 911 or share tips anonymously via the 9300 tip line. The St. Martin Police Force continues to stress the importance of public cooperation in keeping the community safe. On Monday, July 7th, the St. Martin Police Force, KPSM, carried out a sweeping traffic control operation across multiple districts, focusing on scooters and motorcycles. The move comes in response to growing public concerns over reckless and illegal riding, especially in areas like Maho, where disturbances caused by large scooter gatherings have become increasingly frequent. During the operation, officers inspected numerous riders to verify whether both they and their vehicles met legal requirements. 7 scooters and motorcycles were seized on the spot due to missing or improper documentation, including lack of valid insurance, unpaid road tax, absence of license plates, and failure to produce ownership papers. KPSM stressed that these enforcement efforts aim not only to maintain public order, but to reduce the risk posed by unlicensed and unsafe riding. Police also issued a strong reminder: attempting to flee a traffic stop is a criminal offense, and that could lead to more severe legal consequences, including prosecution. The public is urged to comply with all road safety regulations. Riders must carry a valid driver's license for the class of vehicle operated, proof of insurance, paid road tax, inspection certificate, and ownership documents. Motorcycles and scooters must also display a clearly visible license plate, and riders are legally required to wear helmets at all times. Authorities confirmed that similar operations will continue in the coming weeks as part of a broader push to improve road safety and curb disorderly behavior. KPSM encourages all scooter and motorcycle owners to ensure their paperwork is in order to avoid fines, impoundment, or arrest.
Police launched an investigation on Monday, July 7th, following an armed robbery at Sunshine Supermarket on Guinnep Road in St. Peters. The incident occurred around 11:30 a.m. when an unidentified male suspect entered the store and held the cashier at gunpoint. Under threat, the suspect demanded cash and managed to escape with approximately $200 from the register. Thankfully, no one was injured during the ordeal. The St. Martin Police Force's detective unit is actively working in the case and urges anyone with information or who may have witnessed the crime to come forward with information. Tips can be submitted anonymously by calling the 9300 tip line. In response to the incident, KPSM is reminding businesses across the island to stay alert and report any suspicious behavior without delay. Police emphasize that community cooperation is crucial in helping bringing those suspects to justice and ensuring public safety.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger licking good.
The switch. Get faster internet for less.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with a Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Martin, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. And that's it for your Sunshine Report, brought to you by the Met Department of St. Martin. So as you enjoy your Monday, stay safe, stay friendly, Sunshine City.
Thank you again to thousands of new subscribers just over the last 24 hours. Thank you for being part of this weather community. And our longtime subscribers, thank you for sharing this with others. Now, 2 spots to watch. One tropical disturbance sliding into Trinidad and Tobago today. We'll zoom into that. I'll show you the rain totals in that. I'm not seeing development out of that, but we are going to see some tropical downpours moving by. And this spot, once again, very similar to what we saw with Chantal. This is a new area that I want to keep an eye on. The northeastern Gulf back toward the southeast U.S. for the potential of more development in about 6 to 7 days from now. So again, a heads up, a new area that I am watching. And now the European model is even kind of picking up on that. Overall, it's not showing big signs of development, but a new spot to watch would be right through here, because what's going to happen is we're going to get these fronts dropping in just like we had with Tropical Storm Chantal, and then somewhere near the southeast coast or in the northern Gulf, we're going to see an area of rain. I want to show you that in this video, and that area may eventually develop in a similar fashion. So again, a couple spots we're watching, that tropical disturbance and this new area to watch as we go over the next week. As I mentioned, July is going to get more and more active, and we have more and more areas that we're keeping an eye on. Right now, watching out for heavy areas of rain, parts of Mexico, near Guatemala, and then I'm keeping an eye on this kind of broad spin with this tropical wave that's been moving by. Haiti, Jamaica, we've had a couple showers for some of us overnight and early this morning, even eastern Cuba, right up through the Turks and Caicos and Bahamas. Here's that new area that's sliding into Trinidad that I was talking about yesterday, and you can see it here, this flare up of some rain that will be pushing in to Trinidad and Tobago, clipping Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, and it will enhance that chance of rain Guyana. And here's northeastern Venezuela, where we'll have a better chance of rain as this tropical disturbance moves in. Again, I'm not seeing signs of development, but we will see some of those downpours. Some spots could get over 3 inches or 75 millimeters of some rain, right? It just kind of depends. It's not an organized area, so it's a broken area of rain. So some spots may get some downpours, others not a whole lot, but the potential is there for 75 millimeters or over 3 inches of rain with some tropical downpours for some of us just as this moisture swings in. So giving you the heads up across Trinidad and Tobago. We'll get back to that in a moment. Then out here, so here we are in the Caribbean, Dominica, Barbados, St. Lucia, a couple more tropical waves that are now starting to hang together a little bit more so. The Icon German model has been hinting at some development out of these, so we'll be watching that together as we go long term. Now, I'll swing back toward the southeast U.S. in just a moment. Let's cover this first because this is where we have some of the rain moving in. You see scattered rain, southeastern Caribbean. There's the rain, Bahamas, Cuba, back through Jamaica. Not widespread, but we could get a couple thunderstorms and a few downpours. Haiti, watching out for that chance of some showers where we need to get some rain. Rain chance not high for later today, but still a couple showers. There's that moisture, still that chance of scattered areas of rain. Southeastern Caribbean, spotty showers. Northern Caribbean, this is our Wednesday. And as we get toward the end of the week, we're going to see things getting more and more active. So watch this as we go into Thursday. We'll be seeing a tropical wave sliding and enhancing the rain across Central America, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, and then we'll be watching out for a new tropical wave sliding in. Look at this. By the time we get into Friday, that better chance of rain again, southeastern Caribbean, and that higher chance of rain in Central America. So we're going to see things getting only more active through the end of the week. I'll be watching this for any signs of development as it enters the Caribbean. I'm not seeing that right now, but things kind of, let's say, holding together a little bit more. So tropical wave, tropical disturbance sliding into the Caribbean. Now, these tropical waves coming off the coast of Africa, as I mentioned, there are more signs that they'll at least hang together some, bring us a better chance of rain, but I'll watch out for any signs of development. And then watching the Northeast Gulf and the Southeast U.S. as a whole for the potential of new development. I'll be watching that as we go throughout the week, so a busier pattern ahead. Got you covered right here. I hope you have a good day ahead.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to remember to help keep you and your family safe. If you're not in an area that is advised to evacuate and you decide to stay in your home, plan for adequate supplies in case you lose power and water for several days and you're not able to leave due to flooding or blocked roads. This hurricane season, make a family emergency communication plan. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of St. Martin.
The St. Martin Police Force, KPSM, has commended organizers and attendees for the smooth and orderly execution of the Busty Chains Cooler Fete held on Saturday, July 5th. The popular event drew a large crowd and, according to the police, was incident-free thanks to strong cooperation between patrons, private security, and law enforcement. KPSM praised the overall atmosphere and crowd management, noting that the event proceeded without any major disruptions. One individual identified by the initials IAC was arrested during the evening for possession of approximately 15 grams of marijuana. The suspect was taken to the police station, issued a fine as per local drug laws, and later released. Authorities encourage the public to continue enjoying social events responsibly and in line with the St. Martin's legal guidelines, highlighting this event as a model for safe public gatherings.
A clients will have view-only access, such as notaries and the public. B clients will access limited data sets. C clients, like government agencies, will have full GIS capabilities for planning and analysis. Looking ahead, Kadaster plans to introduce drone-based mapping expand training, and offer new GIS-powered services. A consultation process is also underway to gather input from internal teams and external partners to guide the ongoing development of the platform in alignment with national digital goals. On July 2nd, the Al Khamein Pension Funds St. Martin, APS, presented its 2024 annual report to the Minister of Finance, highlighting a strong financial year and strategic progress. APS confirmed that pensions will be increased by 3.61% retroactive to January 1st, 2025. This adjustment reflects 2024's inflation rate and is made possible by the fund's improved financial position. APS reported an increased coverage ratio of 114.13% at the end of 2024, up from 109.09% in 2023, surpassing the minimum 105% threshold required to raise pensions. Managing Director Oscar Williams attributed the positive results to gains in the investment portfolio, favorable international market conditions, and a higher actuarial interest rate, which lowered pension liabilities. APS also finalized a strategic partnership with the St. Martin Investment Company to develop a local investment portfolio aligned with the fund's guidelines. Looking ahead, APS has selected BlackRock as fiduciary manager and Northern Trust as custodian for its international investments. The organization also completed an asset liability management study to optimize risk and returns in line with its goals. Board member Emilio Calmeda emphasized that while this year's pension increase was possible, future adjustments depend on market conditions and interest rates. The APS board reaffirmed its commitment to sustainable growth, innovation, and delivering ongoing benefits to its participants.
NVGEBE proudly congratulated 4 employees who recently graduated from the NEPA Electrical Installation Technician courses, balancing work commitments with their studies. The graduates are Lisandro Matthew, Level 2 Electrical Installation Technician; Gilbert Gums, Level 3 Electrical Installation Technician; Theodore Van Heinigen, Level 3 Electrical Installation Technician; and also Geraldo Scott, Level 3 Electrical Installation Technician. Special recognition went to Lisandro Matthew and Gilbert Gums, both named valedictorians of their respective levels, marking a historic 3rd consecutive year with GB valedictorians. Patrick Dravers, distribution manager, praised the dedication and highlighted how their achievements strengthened both their personal growth and the company's foundation. He encouraged the graduates to continue pursuing education and professional development, reminding everyone that the path of learning has no end. NVGEBE congratulates these individuals for their hard work and looks forward to their continued success. On July 3rd, Qredits officially launched its first Agriculture Business Academy in St. Martin, a 12-week program designed to strengthen the island's agricultural and fishery industries through combined business and farming training. The initiative welcomed 19 participants, mostly current entrepreneurs, and is offered free of charge thanks to the support of the Ministry of Theat and funding from the Dutch Ministry of Kingdom Relations. Local experts Lucrecia Lynch and Denisio Wyatt led the training covering farming, innovation, entrepreneurship, finance, and sustainable practices. Upon completing the program, graduates can apply for Qredits loan up to $50,000 at a low 2% interest, aimed at helping new and existing agribusinesses grow. Minister Honorable Grisha Heiliger Martin praised the Academy for promoting economic empowerment and food resilience. Qredits CEO Elwin Kroeneveld emphasized entrepreneurship's role in social transformation, while project partners highlighted the initiative alignment with wider kingdom goals. The new academy offers valuable tools, coaching, and financing access, marking a major step towards sustainable agricultural development and economic growth on St. Martin.
This year's Art Saves Lives Foundation Summer Intensive brought together 132 students from Dutch and French St. Martin for a powerful cultural experience focused on African heritage. From June 23rd to July 1st, youth explored African diaspora dance, music, history, and culture through the Roots and Culture Knowledge Share program, developed with Asase Ya Cultural Arts Foundation and Association Co-Braced. Workshops led by visiting drummers and dancers culminated in an Emancipation Day celebration attended by government officials, educators, and cultural leaders. The event included a freedom march and a reflection at the historic Zoutsteek 3 site, honoring some of the first Africans brought to the island 350 years ago. ASLF, Art Save Lives founder Nicole DeWeaver, described the program as a cultural reawakening that deepened students' pride and identity. Participants and partner organizations praised the transformative impact, highlighting the connection between heritage, leadership, and community empowerment. Local tourism leaders emphasized the program's role in enriching the island's cultural vibrancy and appeal. Supported by the St. Martin Tourism Office, Ministry of Culture, and other partners, Art Save Lives Foundation 2025 continues to inspire the next generation through art, history, and cultural connection. The St. Martin Sports Federation, SMSF, successfully completed its recent fundraising raffle during the Domino's Inter-School Dinghy Sailing Championship on May 24th. Out of 900 printed tickets, 816 were sold, reflecting strong community engagement. The raffle draw took place live at the sailing event, adding excitement to the day's activities. Winners of the raffle prizes were ticket numbers 793, first prize, 108, that's the second prize, and 367, the third prize. SMSF extended gratitude to the dedicated board members, sports federations, and generous sponsors, including Winair, Simpson Bay Resort, and DV Resorts. Their support was crucial to the fundraiser's success. Funds raised will support the development and restructuring of youth and sports programs across St. Martin, helping to build a stronger and more united sporting community. Follow SMSF's updates on social media at St. Martin Sports Federation.
The Collective Prevention Services, CPS, part of the Ministry of Public Health, announced plans to observe World Breastfeeding Week from August 1st to 7th, 2025, under the theme, Prioritize Breastfeeding, Create Sustainable Support Systems. Partnering with the St. Martin Medical Center and the White and Yellow Cross Care Foundation, CPS aims to highlight the health and emotional benefits of breastfeeding for both infants and mothers. Activities will include a breastfeeding photo competition, radio discussions, a sip and paint event, a soothing walk for moms and pregnant women, and a mom's fair on August 9th. Breast milk provides essential nutrients and antibodies, protecting infants from illnesses, supports better cognitive development, and lowers risk of obesity and diabetes. Mothers benefit from reduced risk of breast and ovarian cancers. CPS encourages community participation and invites inquiries via phone or WhatsApp, with full event details to be shared on social media platforms. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, new episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across all social media platforms. I'm Elsa Mars.
And I'm just saying the last letter wishing you an amazing week. See you next time.
And we want to make sure all week, all summer, stay friendly.
St. Martin.